It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? This is the only fun Survivor podcast. My name is Jake Shadow. Each week I ask my best friend Thomas Powell if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how's it going today?
It's good, Jake. I'm doing great. Fall has... There's got to be a there's no spring. There's no spring has sprung, and fall has fallen is a little too.
Autumn has
really,
fallen.
That sounds like a Gerard Butler movie. Yeah, we're gonna get to work on this. We're gonna find something. Fall needs a spring has sprung thing. But anyway, whatever the fall equivalent of spring has sprung is, that's what's happened. And I love it. I got my Christian hat lady, the Christian lady hat. I got that on. I got scarves. I got some big boots. I'm drinking my PSL. I'm out there thriving.
So I just Googled spring has sprung, fall has fell because it was autocorrected. And one of the first results is from a favorite website of yours, reddit.com. People use the phrase spring has sprung, but nobody says fall has fell.
Fall has fell works okay for me.
But fall has fallen is not good?
No, because you're repeating, like, it'd be like saying spring has springed.
Spring has springed. I'm going to start saying that. Come March, I'm going to say spring has springed. Congratulations to us. We made it another year through hibernation and all. Fall has fell. It's fine, I guess. I feel like we can come up with something better, though.
Yeah, I agree. We're not all the way there yet.
We got like an hour to figure it out. And I guess also the rest of our lives, as long as we continue to have fall. One of the best things about fall, I think, is that we get a new season of the television program Survivor. Thomas, did you watch Survivor last night?
Dudes will step to you with a corny line, asking for your name, saying what's your sign.
Jake, I certainly did.
And what did you think of this episode title? It was called Brought a Bazooka to a Tea Party.
That's
pretty decent.
Yeah, they picked like a notable thing that somebody said from the episode. So that's a plus to me.
It does kind of sound like one of the weird phrases they would have to do in 41 and 42.
Yeah, that
like
would be a pretty sick one to have someone say 4 straight times whenever they would meet ahead of a challenge.
Hey, Jeff, this is actually a lot like the new year when I always say spring has sprung as fall has falled. And then Jeff says, ooh, yeah, good point. That's another one. You could say.
Yeah, if you did fall why do people say spring has sprung, but there's no fall has fell or whatever, that would be one that you'd say. I know I sound like a broken record, Jeff.
Spring has sprung, fall has flung. How about that?
Yeah, we'll keep working on it.
Okay. Lulu losers, they discuss Hannah leaving. Sean says he feels like a Lululemon. Pretty good bit, huh? Pretty good joke.
Yeah, I think they're maybe hammering this home a little too much.
Do you get it? You love alliteration, and you're getting plenty of it. Fall has flung. Emily explains herself. Emily explains more alliteration. And then she says that she's being gaslit. Did you love when she said she's being gaslit? Because people said they didn't like how she acts.
Didn't someone say that's not what that means when she said it?
Did somebody say that?
I think so.
Good for them. I'm glad. I'm going to have to rewatch it to hear that. What did you think of them bringing back the opening credits?
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
I liked it as well. I watched this with my mom this week, which meant I got to hear my mom read everybody's name aloud as they appeared on the screen.
It's such a great parent thing to do.
I was like, why does this feel familiar? Oh, that's right, 'cause she used to do this when it was like the Australian outback and Vanuatu back in the day.
Thanks, Mom. I didn't know who that was. She just appreciates that you can't read.
Yeah. Over on the Reba tribe, Sifu is having a great time. He actually can punch trees and doesn't even feel it most of the time. Isn't that weird?
That's such a great thing to do, though. Like, people are like, everyone you could tell is just extremely fed up with him. But they're being polite
Fall
about it,
has
so it's
fed.
like, dude, you're like right out of an anime or something like that. Mm-hmm. Which I think is only going to encourage him, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like that's the type of guy that, like, if you say you're straight out of an anime, they take it as a compliment.
Well, for him, I'm sure he's like, yeah, that's what I was going for. Thank you.
Yeah. Like a cool guy, because the guys in animes are cool. If you could be anybody from an anime, who would you be?
That's a good question. Probably Yusuke Urameshi. That'd be pretty sick.
I'd be one of the giants from Attack on Titan. I guess they're called Titans, aren't they?
Okay, yeah. I think it might be cool to be One Punch Man also, if you could be Saitama, because he just walks around enjoying his day, and then occasionally someone challenges him to a fight, and he just beats him in one punch, and then he's done and goes about the rest of his day.
Isn't the whole thing with One Punch Man that he's like severely depressed?
No,
Because of how
he's not
strong
really.
he is?
No, he's not really depressed. He gets a little annoyed. I think there's some like ennui to it, but he also has like other stuff he likes to do. So
I do like programs where the main character has hobbies. That's definitely true. One of the
I guess you
hobbies
could
that
be-
people have.
oh no, go ahead. We don't need to talk about anime anymore.
Oh no! Did you want to talk about more anime?
No, not really.
You're like, I hate this dude who loves anime that I picked at the beginning.
Yeah.
I hate how much he loves anime.
I'm not
Let me
like one of
continue
these
to talk about
Zoomers
anime.
where they all watch anime and they think that it was cool in high school. It is really weird that like anime is like cool now, and it was absolutely not ever that. Like, one of my favorite things that you get from like teens now is them being like, wow, it must have been so cool to live in the early 2000s. You just watch like anime and listen to like emo music, and that would be so cool. It's like, you would get picked on. I'm just telling you right now, you would get picked on if you did that.
People would make fun of you all the time, and they would be right to do so. Being the kid on the bus who has a DVD player that has anime on it.
Yeah, wearing an Invader Zim shirt or whatever.
Yeah, be that guy. Go back in time and be that person.
Yeah, and look,
Very
there
cool.
were plenty of nice people like that we went to school with, but it was not cool. It was not considered
It's
cool.
definitely not cool. Jay tries to figure out the cipher on the flag and reverse engineer the advantage. Doesn't work, though. But Austin has the clue, and he figures it out, and then he reads the clue, which tells him where the next clue is. Is that right?
Yes, I loved this. I loved the juxtaposition of trying to. It's like, oh, this is a classic, like, I'm here to play Survivor thing, where it's like, they probably need us to learn this new language, and instead it's like, no, you just hold this up and it completes. There's another thing you need that you don't have that will complete the sentence.
Yeah, I really liked it as well. It's a fun little addition to the game that we always complain about.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing I'm okay with for. I think that they should just get rid of the beware advantages, but like this I can get behind.
So over on Bello, they get fired. Very exciting. Jake thinks Bruce is really funny. You know, in the way that uncles are funny. Why don't they call him Bruncle? Bruncle Bruce.
That's a great question, Jake. Bruncle Bruce doesn't seem to be. His comedy doesn't seem to be landing for everybody, though. On that
What are you talking
tribe.
about? He's so funny.
Which it's also like it's a combination of like Jake seems to actually like him, and then it's like Brando is polite enough to just be like, yeah, okay. When he, do you like when he pointed at Brando and was like, hey Brando, what's this? And then just started doing the robot, and Brando's like, robot.
Yeah, the robot.
Very-
I've never seen that before.
Very, very funny, Bruce.
You introduced that to me, Bruncle Bruce, when he is struggling to not direct people and be the dad type. My mom whispered to me, "That's what dad's like." Yeah, that he does have big dad energy, as does my real dad. Yeah, and then Couture complains about Bruncle Bruce. Fine, you know.
I appreciate that one person is just like, this is like, we all see what this is, right? Like, I'm not crazy here.
I generally like Couture, I think.
I do too.
Okay, then we get to go back over to the Lulu Losers. Emily starts an idol hunt and everybody follows her. Sabaya finds her and tries to explain that they'll go looking together. And
This
then
is I
Emily
really appreciated
immediately
that
calls her
Emily
out.
did not fall for this, because that's basically someone telling you they think you're stupid to be like, no, we'll
Yeah.
all look for it. It's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. Like, she was basically just like, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah. Then they go on a scavenger hunt, and we get to watch a scavenger hunt on our favorite TV show. Fun. Right?
Sure, yeah.
Then Brandon finds the Beware advantage because, you know, he's watched the show before, so he knows how to do these things. But he's too afraid to open it. When he didn't open the Beware advantage, I was like, why are you on this show? Like, the whole point of the Beware advantage is to, like, put you in a difficult predicament. And he's like, no, I'd rather not, actually. And
Yeah,
so he
not
gives
only-
it to Sabaya.
Yeah, not only will I not, I'm gonna give it to somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. Put them in a difficult situation. Sabaya, of course, opens it because, as she says, she's here to play. And would you know it? The clue shows them exactly where to find the next idol clue. Like, this seems easier than Reba's, where they had to decipher that code. Well, it's not really a code, but
Well, I think it's harder because they had to get it out of like the very top of that tree, which the first time that they went to look for it, they didn't even see it. So,
I suppose that's a good point, but I don't know. It just feels like here it is. It's you know, where's the strategy? I guess cutting down the right part of the tree. Oh boy. Okay. Right. And then we get back over to the Reba tribe and we get to hear about Dee's toes. And then she pinches people with her big toe. Was this fun? Did you enjoy this?
yeah, I thought it was great.
You big toe guy?
Yeah, I love toes. No, I did not. I did not love this.
People were like, "Oh yeah, 90 minutes. Time for more camp life scenes." And this is what we get. Congratulations, everybody. This is great. Julie says that she's the mother of the tribe and she calls herself Mama J. But J Maya already introduced herself as J. So, gonna have to figure that out, Mama J, you know? Also, I think Mama first letter of your first name is kind of a boring nickname if you're going on Survivor.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Mama J as a nickname. I'm going to go on record.
Mama J Maya. J Mama. See, if we had J Maya and J Mama on the same tribe, that I could get behind, because that's funny. But Mama J, there's already been Mama K, Mama C, Mama T. Do something else, Julie. Anyway, she and Drew make an alliance along with Austin and Dee. Overall, I think this is a good alliance. I support it.
Yeah, I think it's a solid alliance.
Drew says he wants to be the king. How about that?
He wants to be the Burger King.
Ooh. Over on the what are they called? Lulu Losers. It's hard to say sometimes. Emily tries to mend fences with Caleb. And then she says her job is an analyst and this game is emotional. Did you enjoy this?
Did you like that
This?
we're getting in the span of 2 episodes a 2-season, like the full 2-season arc of what's his name, the guy that was on Second Chance that was like, I'm nice now, I'm learning to be nice and care about feelings.
That, of course, was Spencer.
We're getting the whole Spencer arc in like 2 episodes.
Which is ironic because when she took the aptitude test or whatever, they said she got the same score as Chaos Cass, another person from those 2 seasons that Spencer was also on. It's all about the Brains tribe over in Emily's camp, you know? Flashback.
Yeah.
Throwback.
Did you enjoy that we got a nice crying part of the episode? There was just a lot of crying.
Yeah, we always love when people cry on this show. Brandon tries to make fire with his glasses, and then everyone has to send someone somewhere on a boat. I did think this was funny when Emily was like, "Do you think they're here for us?" And Brandon was very sarcastic with his response. That was good. Those
It
points
was
in
pretty
Brandon's
funny. He was
favor,
like,
in my
no,
opinion.
they're not. What are you talking about? Yes, obviously they're here for us.
Emily assumes people don't want her to go because they don't want her to get an advantage. Emily, oh my God. Not everything is a slight against you.
I mean, I think that's probably true, though.
Yeah, she's probably right, but like, not everybody is thinking about her as much as she's thinking about herself.
That's true,
I
but
guess
also
that can be said for anybody,
in this
but-
case, though, like if she volunteered to go, they would be like, no, I don't think so.
It's stupid, you know?
They
Much
let
ado
Brandon
about
go
nothing,
because he's the
speaking of
least
Shakespeare.
threatening. That's the reason that they let him go.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense given what happens. Over on Bello, Bruce goes and does the robot in the boat and says, "Hey, Brando, what's this?" We already talked about it. Very funny. Bruncle Bruce, we love you. And your Brobot. Can you say Bruncle Bruce's Brobot?
No,
Just try it. It's so fun.
I don't want to talk about Bruncle Bruce.
And his Brobot?
No, I'm not going to talk about that.
Okay, so on the journey, Bruncle Bruce, Drew, and Brandon chat. And then they go down their respective paths. Okay. I still don't care about these journeys so much.
No, they suck. I'm
You-
sick of it.
Like,
At
I
least
get
they
what
weren't
they're
like,
going
oh my
for.
god, it's a prisoner's dilemma this time. At least we finally
Yeah.
got one that they weren't like, so you guys know what the prisoner's dilemma is? Oh my god.
Brandon falls on some rocks while going out to the challenge. Then he
I thought
geeks
for
out
sure
over
he
the
was going to get
challenge when he sees
medevaced.
it.
I thought for sure he was going to get medevaced when that happened.
I was so ready for it. It would have been so funny. I was kind of rooting for it to happen. That would have been such a great start to this season. One person quits and then one person's medevac after walking down the beach. Brandon gets excited when he sees what the challenge is because he always wanted to pull that thing. Stupid. Dumb. Bad.
I think
Don't
it would
like
be satisfying to pull the thing out of the box, but yeah, it's like, come on, man. How about
Yeah.
you focus on how about you focus on doing the challenge right instead of that?
Bruce sees the challenge in front of him and says, "You know what? I'm going to protect my vote." Good move by Bruncle Bruce, I think.
Yeah, he says he doesn't like puzzles, right? Like he's bad at puzzles.
Yeah, not worth the effort. Although this puzzle looked pretty simple.
Yeah, I mean,
It
I
was
think
just
the
a
hardest part of
matching
it would
game.
just be, like what order you would have to put the code in. But yeah, I look, I've played, I went to elementary school. I've played matching games before, so
Not to brag, but I've been to elementary school.
pretty good at them back in the day.
So Drew and Brandon each play the challenge. Drew wins. Brandon, what a surprise, does not.
I like when he fails. He's like, "Did I mess up the time?" Or like he thought that there was like something wrong with the hourglass, and not that he just was bad at it.
I was at a Target recently, the department store, and I saw an hourglass for sale, and I was like, "Ooh, cool hourglass!" And I flipped it over and I go, "I wonder how long this is." This was pretty big. And I looked at the table, or I looked at the label. I said hourglass. I was like, "Yeah, it's probably an hour." Give it a name. But you don't call them minute glasses when they're a minute, like a game, or 2-minute glasses.
Yeah, for something that is called an hourglass, it's pretty rare that you see one that actually lasts a full hour. I feel like they're usually a minute.
What do you need an hourglass for?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. I feel like it's much more useful for a minute.
So Drew wins safety without power. hot take, I like safety without power. I think it's a fun little wrinkle.
I do too,
know,
and
it's
it's
like
a nice. It would be a nice one to have because it's one you can absolutely disclose to people.
Yeah, like you're not harming anything, and you can only use it successfully in a very specific circumstance. So I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, somebody was saying this expires at Final 10, which is like right around merge time. So, that's something too. That's something to think about. Oh God. Okay. And then over on the Lulu Losers, Brandon admits to failing in the matching challenge, which is a game he himself said is for children. I was so disappointed by Brandon's performance this entire season. As a fan
you
of
gotta at least be
Survivor,
able to do puzzles, man. Like that's the one way that you're gonna be able to stick. And he was quite bad at puzzles also. So
one way or another, gotta do it. You gotta do the puzzle. How's that song go? Hey Thomas, how's that song go? One way or another. Can we do that song, but like make it about puzzles and Brandon?
No.
Or you got 10 seconds. I have an hourglass, 10-second hourglass over here, and you got to do it because I failed.
Somebody pointed out that Brandon did have an incredible character arc because he went from being unable to climb a ladder to being a ladder from when he helped give Samaya a boost up into the tree.
That was very funny. I liked how he was like, I have scoliosis, so don't do a little dance up there.
Yeah.
I do think in real life, or if I were on the island with Brandon, I would really enjoy hanging out with him. He seems like a really chill bro.
Yeah, I would get along with
He
Brandon
seemed like-
just fine. He just shouldn't be there.
He shouldn't be on Survivor. My dad was like, do you think they cast some people specifically to fail at the show? I was like, yeah, of course. Obviously.
Yes, they absolutely do.
They didn't cast this guy thinking he would be the next Boston Rob. Drew returns, and everybody is hiding. And then they come out and surprise him. Good stuff?
Yeah, I
don't
thought
know.
I mean, like, it seems like that tribe likes each other, but it is really funny to just be like, where is everyone? And then they immediately come out and are like surprised, like, oh, you guys, you did move over 10 feet
How'd
from
you
where
know it was my
normally are.
birthday? Yeah. I'm glad. I like seeing people happy. That's my
love
take on the
love.
Reba McEntire tribe. In a way, you could say that I love, yeah. That's why I love Survivor, because that's what it's all about. Austin tells them the truth about his safety without power. So later, Austin tells Drew about his beware advantage.
You mean
Pretty
Drew
good
tells him about
episode
the
for
safety
our
without
boy
power?
Austin, huh? Huh?
I said, you mean Drew told them about his safety without power.
Yeah, what did I say?
You said Austin.
Austin tells Drew about his beware advantage after Drew tells everybody about his safety without power.
Yes.
Is
How
that
do you
not what I
feel
said
about this
before?
alliance? How do you feel about but how do you feel about this alliance?
Whatever. Good. I'm pro bro and nerd alliance. And Austin seems to have more of a strategic mind than he is presenting. So I think that's good. What do you think of it?
Yeah, I think I agree. I like this alliance, and I think the comparison that Drew made was Fishbach and JT, but I think Drew's a little more physically inclined than that. Like he doesn't seem like he's a bad physical player, and Austin I think is a little more strategic. So I think that they could go a long way in this game.
Perhaps a Dom and Wendell is a more apt comparison.
Or like a Cody and Jesse.
Well, let's hope not, because they didn't make it to the end now, did they?
No, but they made it really far.
Well, when you come on Survivor, are you there for A, making it really far, winning, B, or C, the zip line?
I'm there for the zip line.
I'm asking you.
I'm just there for the zip line.
Exactly. So over on Bello, all of the women compare how their buffs have stretched over their bodies since they got there, and they get Marlon Brando to do it too. This was a fun scene. You have no opinion. Okay.
No, not really. I think it was, sure.
Okay. They bring him into the Women's Alliance. Jake and Bruce.
Oh, with the
know they're
Bucks.
on the
Yeah, okay,
outs.
I'm sorry. That was that was cute.
So then Bruce starts talking to everybody, and Kelly and Marlon Brando realize that they're in the middle. I think if they're smart, they're getting rid of Bruncle Bruce next, right?
I think so.
At the Immunity Challenge, they win fishing gear. Congratulations, it's a point to you. They have to smash a thing over some water, grab a key, do a balance beam, and do a brand new puzzle. You know, this should be the case every season. It's weird that it's not. I mean, props to you guys.
They were
for
forced to
finally
do it. They were forced to do
changing
it
it
because
up.
of last year or last season.
Like, the first time somebody was like, oh, I did this puzzle in 3 seconds, you should retire all puzzles, because that means it's coming around and people are going to figure them all out. But I'm glad they did this. I'm glad they finally gave us some new stuff. Maybe we could do a new challenge in the future, even.
Or a
an
new
old one.
location.
Or a new location. Or a new tribe breakup in the beginning of the season. Or, I don't know, what about, like, maybe new advantages? Do you
A
have any new
theme?
advantage ideas you could throw at Jeff?
Maybe a theme.
Ooh, new themes. Do you have any new theme ideas?
Or just a theme.
We actually have a list of any theme, even a theme you've already done. Okay, here's a bunch of simulated season ideas that we haven't done, Jeffrey, and you could do them. I'm just going to power through these. Tops versus bottoms, talking heads, big and tall, friends or lovers, Spider-Men pointing at each other, same names, same jobs, athletes, slackers versus tricards, all cars, cash, grass, or ass, clowns versus jesters, all presidents, that might be hard, cops versus Roberts, pros versus pros, man in science, man of faith, that might be hard too, friends versus fake friends, that would be a good one as well. PTA versus PTA, Celebrity Survivor, Queer Wars, and Look at My Lawyer Dog. Those are all themes you could do, Jeff. But no, we're going to do Survivor 46. It's the same as Survivor 41, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm just going to make a solemn promise right now. We will never do the tops versus bottoms simulated season. I will abstain from recording in protest if we ever try and do that.
Okay. I think it's a good idea, but whatever. Where were we? I had to scroll all the way down to get these. Oh yeah, the challenge. Bella wins. Reba also wins. Caleb says they're like when LeBron left the Cavs the first time.
No, this I thought was a little self-serving because when his implication was that the Cavs stunk when LeBron left the first time. They lost in the conference finals. You guys aren't winning and then losing. You're just losing.
Well, you know, it's a long game, and maybe Caleb is the LeBron of this game and is going to go on to win.
I did think this was a standout episode. It's just Caleb. Who are you kidding? Come on, man. No, I thought Caleb came off very well in this episode.
Yeah, I think Caleb is a very strong contender for this episode, or for this season, I should say. I've liked what he's done so far, and people seem to like him who are watching the show, so it's good. Brandon makes a plea because he really wants to be there. Sabaya is kind of running things at this beach. Sean and Caleb go looking for the next clue and finally find it, but it's an idol encased in wax that they have to melt. Pretty good stuff. I like this a lot. We were just talking about new stuff. This is a new thing. We like it. Jeff, good job. Do you like it? I said we like it, but I like it. Do you like it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It's like a new way to get an idol. Isn't that interesting?
Okay.
All right, whatever. Emily gives Sabaya her shot in the dark to entrust faith or whatever. Instill trust. You know what I'm trying to say. You all watch the show. Ooh, Thomas. Hey, Thomas.
What?
Hey, are you there?
Yeah.
Well, we got to the part of the episode known as Wildlife Shot. Here's the thing, though. Forgot to look up the animals and wildlife shots this week. I'm so sorry.
I was wondering
So-
when I was like, what is the, I thought, the way that you said that, I thought you were like, oh, I haven't been recording this whole time or something like that.
Yeah, we're going to redo all of our fabulous bits. Remember when we talked about Shakespeare earlier? Okay, so we had one animal that was a white bird with some black on top of its head and wings. I didn't look that one up. But we also got a gray fish with a bluish tail, which I want to say is the bluefin trevally. Let me just pull some random sentences out of this Wikipedia page. Bluefin jack, bluefin kingfish, bluefin crevalle, blue ulua, ulua is how that word is spelled. Amalu, or the spotted trevally, species of large, widely distributed marine fish. Find them in the tropical waters, everywhere, basically, except between South America and Africa. They're blue, large fish, weigh 43.5 kilograms. How much is that?
You said 43.5 kilograms?
Yeah.
That's like,
Are you looking?
yeah, no, I'm trying to think of what the conversion rate is for that. I think that's probably like 80 pounds or 90 pounds.
It's a pretty big fish. They are schooling species as juveniles transitioning to a more solitary fish with well-defined home ranges as an adult. That's fun. Let's see what else. Diet and feeding. They are a piscivorous predator. Don't know what that means, but they have a wide range of hunting techniques. Cool. What do you think they eat?
Smaller fish, probably.
They eat shrimps, stomatopods, crabs, and octopus and squid, also apparently, but more crustaceans than anything else. Let's see what else. Life history, around 2 years in age. They're sexually mature. Let's see how long they live. We'll say a decent amount of time, and that's the end of the
Thanks.
list. How do you think?
It's very informative.
Usually I put a little more time into reading these articles, but I forgot to this week. Where do you think they rank on the IUCN Red List?
I'm going to say least concern.
You would be correct. Whoa, they release 6 million eggs per year in captivity. That can't be right.
It's a lot of eggs.
You know, I would have I would read more into that if I had remembered to do the research for this sermon. I'm so sorry. But next time will be better. At Tribal Council, look, here's the thing. Jeff's not putting effort into wildlife shots this year either, so cut me some slack. At Tribal Council, they discussed the previous Tribal Council, and Brandon says he's not used to losing because he's not used to playing. Very funny line from Brandon. I don't know if it was meant to be funny, but I related to it. Brandon
Yeah, that
throws
was a good
Emily
one.
under the bus to try to save himself. Sean comes to Emily's defense, saying she's listened to feedback. I appreciated Sean coming to her defense like that. That was good. You know, like, let's recognize that the person is hearing us. Then we heard the least surprising thing from Brandon. He says he started watching Survivor to impress his 6th grade teacher. Were you surprised when you heard this?
No, this it tracked.
I also talked to a middle school teacher about Survivor, but the thing is, we both watched it independently of each other and then would just talk before class about it. It was kind of the original Did You Watch Survivor last night? Me and Mrs. Dool. Remember Mrs. Dool from middle school? Ooh, that rhymed.
I didn't have Mrs. Duel, so vaguely, but not really.
She was married to Mr. Duel from school also.
To
I
Mr.
never had him,
School.
though. Mr. School and Mrs. School. So I'm cooler than Brandon is my point. Brandon gets voted out unanimously. Two people
Yeah,
didn't
I
even
think
get
that
to
played
vote, and
out.
it was
It
still
played out that way
unanimous.
because he got voted out and you didn't. So
Exactly. If I ever went on Survivor, I'd never be voted out. But that's only because I would never play. Kidding, of course. Jeff, you can call me anytime. Okay, let's talk about these points. Last week you had finished the premiere with 16 points. I had 5. You got a point for Marlon Brando surviving. I got a point for Kendra surviving. You got a point for Sabaya surviving. I didn't realize you picked Sabaya. That's good. I got a point for Sean surviving. I do think we picked 2 of the strongest people socially on that tribe.
definitely. Although neither of us picked Caleb, who's probably the strongest. So
Yeah, but I'm worried that once Caleb gets to, I don't know, later in the game, maybe merge time, people are going to recognize what a threat he is and take him out. But, we'll see. Over on Reba McIntyre, you, of course, picked your favorite guy, Sifu. I picked Austin, cool guy from my hometown of Chicago, Illinois. So we each got a point for that. Happy that all 6 of our people made it through the first 2 episodes. That's great. You, congratulations, picked fishing gear. I picked tools to build a shelter as a bit, and they still didn't do it. You said Reba McIntyre would win reward. They did. I said Bella would win reward. They did. You said Reba would win immunity. I said Bella would win immunity. They both did. We forgot to pick who would be voted out.
oh, whoops.
But I feel like we both would have picked Brendan, right?
It'd be that or Emily, but yeah.
Yeah. So no points for either of us for that one. So sorry. Subway and KFC, we're still waiting to KFC on that. So after this week, you've got 22 points, and I've got double digits, 10 of them, baby. Count it. So you are sticking with your 3 people, obviously. What will the reward be?
That's a good question. I'm wondering if they're going to do food just yet, or if there's some other kind of reward. If they give them like a tarp or something.
Tarp's a good one.
I'm going to say pizza. I'm going to say, was it Brando that wanted the Survivor pizza?
Fuck, I don't even remember. I thought it was Caleb, but
Maybe
I'll
it is
say
Caleb
me.
that wanted it. Anyway, hopefully they'll get their wish.
Yeah. I hope so. I'm going to. You know what? I like what you said about a tarp. I like what you said about the tarp over there. Remember when what's his name said that to whoever, the broccoli man?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
A few seasons ago, when they had to do the awkward phrases to get their idols.
Oh yeah,
And they
It's
said the
I
thing
like
about the
what you said
broccoli.
about the broccoli. Yeah.
I like what you said about the tarp. Who's winning this here reward, though?
I'm gonna stick with Reba. Sticking with Reba.
Fair. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to go with the Lulu losers. I think now that they got Brandon out, they might be doing better. Who's winning immunity?
I'm gonna say Reba as well.
Fine, I'll say Lulu as well. And finally, the day one, who's getting voted out?
I'm gonna say Emily gets voted out this time.
I hate to say it because I love him so much, but I do think it's Bruncle Bruce's time.
Oh, what a bummer.
Time to go home
What
and
a
do that
bummer.
robot. All right, so that's all the predictions for next week. Of course, Subway or KFC may show up at any point. Thomas, it's now everybody's favorite time of the show, though. A little segment we call Quote Squid.
So nasty that it's probably somewhat of a travesty having me. Then he told the people you can call me your majesty.
Plan your
Keep
perfect
battle
autumn day.
charged. You know it won't stick your-
And we'll reveal your true zodiac sign. Good. I love these perfect days.
I do, too. This is from
It's
Erin.
such a perfect day. I'm glad I
Yeah.
spent it with you.
Do you find that song Laudin? Is that the right word?
Is maudlin the
Maudlin.
word you're looking for?
Maudlin is the word I'm thinking of, yes.
Yes, I do. There's a hint of sadness to it.
There is, but it's such a nice
I think
song.
you know what I think
like
the
it so
sad. You know what I
much.
think maybe is the giveaway that it's kind of sad is the part of the song where he goes, "You're going to reap just what you sow." Like that's
Yeah.
not something you say when you're actually happy about a perfect day.
We, Ireland and I had discussed using that song for our first dance, and then every time we
No,
listen
bad.
to any version of it, and we get to that point, it's like, I don't know. I don't know about this one. It's just such a sweet song, though. Okay, so this one is from Erin, Eeerin, community contributor with 46,820 points. Pretty good stuff. When would you like to wake up? 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 a.m.? I just want to wake up naturally. 12
Yeah, I
a.m.
think
is
they
midnight,
probably meant
is it
12
not?
p.m. 12 waking up at midnight seems bad. I
It's
just want to
such
wake
a
up
perfect
naturally.
day.
No alarm.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing. What do you do after waking up? Can you read these?
Check all my social media. Stay in bed for a long time. Stare into space. I always go straight to the bathroom. Go to sleep. I'll just get up. I don't want to waste my time. Straight to the bathroom. No, I'll stay in bed for a long time.
I'm going straight to the bathroom. You know, boy's got a shit. Choose a chill outfit for the day. Okay, so we got to describe these ones. There's no
So
words.
we have a problem with this one.
It's fine. We'll get through it. We've got like a red and black plaid, black leggings, and a black beanie.
Yeah,
Who
who would you say these outfits are intended for? Would we wear these?
I might wear one of them. The second one is like an
I
all
would
pink
not be wearing
jumpsuit
any of them.
with tube socks that aren't pink. Then we got a red sweatshirt, like pullover sweatshirt, and
This is
Black
terrible
sweatpants.
radio. Let's just there are a bunch of outfits for women. I'm picking one
my
that's a
God.
sweatshirt and some sweatpants.
okay. Well, me too. It's the only one I would wear because I'm a boy. Okay, time for breakfast. What would you like to have? I'm not getting dressed before eating breakfast. First of all. Okay, we've got bananas and strawberries and an iced coffee. We've got hot chocolate in a cup that says something. We've got an omelet.
I think
We've
that's a
got
latte.
Belgian
It's got the little barista flour on top of it.
I thought you meant like flour, like baking flour, and I was like, I don't think that would be good. I got Belgian waffles, pancakes, a bunch of donuts and apples, donuts in the shape of heart, and avocado toast with egg on top, or just a glass of water.
Or
for
I have an eating
breakfast.
disorder.
I'm gonna pick the omelet, obviously.
I'm gonna go with the
Omelet's one of my
pancakes.
favorites. Ooh, good call. What would you like to do next? Netflix and chill in the morning? Look out the window
Impossible.
and have deep thoughts. Go for a walk. Take a shower or bath.
You know I'm taking a shower.
I'm going to go for a walk with my dog. What are you doing in the evening? Drinking coffee, hot tea, hot chocolate, invite some friends over, read, go outside, and wonder how beautiful everything looks. What does that mean?
I guess you're like looking at the fall colors or whatever.
I wonder how this looks.
I wonder how beautiful this is. I have no way of knowing.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I obviously can't say anything, but there is an objective truth. I'm going to invite some friends over.
I will also be inviting some friends over.
Shit. People are going to have to pick favorites. What else are you going to do today? Order a pizza, watch a movie / series, light all my candles and relax or listen to music. Let me tell you, Thomas, I can't sit through a 2.5-hour movie, but I'll watch like 3 or 4 episodes of my favorite TV show.
I'm going to listen to some music.
I am going to watch a movie or TV series, honestly. It's my favorite thing to do. Why do you think we have so many Patreon podcasts? Lastly, thank you. Pick a nice outfit to sleep in. Cute little purple thing, a shirt that says coffee, pancakes, waffles, leggings and a t-shirt, a long t-shirt, and heavier
It says Star
pants.
Wars on it. Where are my Star Wars jammies?
Star Wars jammies. Some traditional, like, silk pajama outfit. I don't know. Actually, I sleep without clothes on. Why don't they have a picture of a naked person here?
Yeah, I would have clicked on that, but for the lack of a picture of a naked person. So I'm going to do the coffee, pancakes, waffles shirt.
I would have clicked on that, but I'm kicking the nudity one. I'm a Cancer. It just says Cancer. That's a really unfortunate
Mine just says
response
Gemini.
to
There's
get.
nothing else for it. This one sucked.
How did Ren get so many points? All right, we got to find a better one next week. There's a preponderance of Zodiac quizzes on this site, you know? It's bound to be that some of them are bad. Eat a 3-course meal and I'll actually guess your true Zodiac sign. That sounds good. Quops Quiz continues to be the best segment of all time.
It's good
Thomas,
stuff.
what's your blue sky?
You can follow me at tom.bluesky.social.
You can follow the show at onlyfunsurvivorpod.bluesky.social. bsky.social. Do we have to say blue sky or can we just say bsky?
bsky.social, whatever.
Who cares? Nobody actually cares. Or also on YouTube at the Only Fun Survivor podcast, and it has to be all caps and fun so you know we're serious about it. Serious about how fun this is. What can people comment on the YouTube channel? Should they listen to an hour of podcasting?
Ha ha ha, very funny smiley face.
And it's really easy, and you can all do it. And what about on iTunes? What would they write?
This is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all the other podcasts. I give it a big thumbs up.
That's good. Okay. Oh, we mentioned the Patreon earlier. We love TV. We love to watch TV. We have a lot of T-shirts. We don't have a lot of T-shirts.
We don't have a lot of T-shirts. I was wondering why you said that.
I was thinking too far ahead. We have a lot of shows on the Patreon where you can go there and you can listen to them. So, with that,
You can go there and theoretically listen to them. We actually, none of them have been commissioned yet because we haven't had anyone subscribe to them. But when we do, we will make one per month.
yes. And which one of those shows do you want to give a shout out to there, Tomas?
Let's go Just Joey. Let's talk about the OG, the one that started it all.
I was hoping since the NBA season is coming up, you were going to shout out Teal Time, our Pistons podcast.
No.
But no, I was hoping you would bring that up so I could tell you how I wore a Chauncey Billups jersey to a party last night, and people said, "Hey, nice Chauncey jersey." One person said. So that's pretty.
Person said,
fun.
not people.
Yeah. Anyway,
Now you got to tell people about that, so now let's talk about Just Joey.
Just Joey's a show about Joey Tribbiani from the show Friends, but we're not watching Friends, we're watching Just Joey.
Yeah, Joey from the show Joey, not from the show Friends.
Here's the thing, though. Joey's not available to stream anywhere. Peacock, swing and a miss. So we're going to have to get the DVDs, which are expensive because they're so hard to come by. And we need to afford those DVDs. So you need to subscribe to Just Joey before we can create Just Joey. Does this make sense?
Well, how much does it cost, by the way? The low price of what?
I didn't expect you to ask that. I know you did already, but let me pull it up real quick. And it's going to be a simple dollar amount that is $10,000 a month.
For the low price of $10,000 per month, you know, just to cover our own overhead for how expensive those DVDs are.
Yeah. Because the thing with DVDs, much like streaming, is when you pay for it once, you have to continue paying for it every month. And that's why they were such a popular item back in the day. If you think we only deserve 4 stars, you can, of course, give us $10 a month and give us 4 stars. You're eligible to do that if you want to do that. And it goes on from there. Good stuff. Patreon.com/justpodcast one last time. Anything else about Survivor or anything else, Tomas, before we get going?
No, I think we said everything there is to say about Survivor and everything else.
Yeah. A good use of these people's time, and I think another good use of their time, is if they had a great summer.
Deuces.
Bells are chiming for victory. There's a page back in history. 45. They came back to the world that they fought for. Didn't turn
How old would you say you act? And this is an early quotes quiz. How old do you act? Would you rather buy bubblegum or a 401k?
I would say that I'll say I act like a 28-year-old. I mostly act my age, but I've taken advantage of the fact that my metabolism hasn't completely shot out on me yet, so I still kind of eat like crap.
Lucky. So would you choose bubblegum or a 401k?
I mean, I would choose 401k. I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, you can buy a lot of bubblegum with that. Okay, would you rather drive a car or ride a school bus to 4th grade?
I would rather drive a car, personally.
Okay. Would you rather eat a hearty breakfast or Lucky Charms?
Hearty breakfast.
Okay. Would you rather go see a movie in the morning or go play on the playground?
Probably go see a movie.
Okay, it's the afternoon now. You've just had lunch. What are you having for lunch?
This is
bananas,
the day where I'm
oatmeal?
seeing a movie at like 9:30 in the morning.
Yes. Or would you rather have a CC's Pizza Buffet, all you can eat?
Oh, I can get the famous mac and cheese pizza. I think I'm gonna go with whatever the first option was, the boring one.
The bowl of oatmeal with grains and oats.
Ooh, has it got chia seeds in there?
Okay.
Sign me up.
It's now 7:15 p.m. Time for an afternoon movie. What are you going to see? Taming of the Shrew or Romeo and Juliet, the film version of each.
Is it 10 Things I Hate About You or is it Taming of the Shrew?
No, they made a live-action movie version of Taming of the Shrew.
It's not the cool beloved adaptation. It's
not an adaptation. It's a straight from the script from William Shakespeare's scribe.
Billy
To
Shakespeare.
your eyes. Billy Shakes.
I guess I'll go with Taming of the Shrew.
Good choice. Okay, final question. How many ages have you had? 28 or 4?
I've had both, but I've had 28.
Okay. Congratulations. You act. Hey, are you nervous about your youth disappearing? Congratulations. You're 28 years old. That's a fun little BuzzFeed quiz we can do later.
It's a cool quiz.
Cool quiz.
Very
fun with
insightful.
you.
I feel like I really learned something about myself. Smarten up, probes.